Alright everyone, so we're going to get into our daily video lesson. Today is August 8th, 2018. It's a Wednesday, and it's a very happy Wednesday for me and my chat room students. So today, I profited on ABIL. I didn't get the early morning breakout because I did not expect it to break out so early. Highly recommend you guys watch my other video lessons, more specifically yesterday's video lesson if you haven't seen it. I'll leave a link in the top right corner right now, and I'll also leave a link in the comment section below. And I want you guys to watch that video because I instructed you guys on exactly how to play the current market action. If you've been a trader for the past month or so, you know that the current market environment isn't so great. We're not seeing amazing morning spikes. We're not seeing a lot of continuation. Right now, it's looking a bit better than before, but mainly we have to be able to adapt to what's working in the market. So basically, in that video, I instructed you guys to not trade so much in the morning, but focus more an hour or so after the market open, once you have a chart that's developed and once you have a very easy pattern to trade. So here on ABIL, we saw a very nice morning spike, morning gap up. Had no news, by the way, at all. However, it had a low float. This is a recent runner as well, as you can see on the daily chart. Back in June, this ran from $2 to almost $15, so it's definitely on people's watch list. And when people see it has such a big volume, they're gonna, want to go towards it because it has such a low float of under 1 million shares. Its float is actually 795,000 shares, so very low float, easy to squeeze. It has a nice morning run here and it holds support. It squeezes over this breakout. I did not play this breakout mainly because it had so many of these fake out breakouts. It looked pretty weak, but then right at this very end point right here, you can see it start to curl up and really press up against this 562, 565 area. Once you start to see the price action hold all of your indicators like VWAP, the 20 EMA, and the middle Bollinger Band, and then start to curl upwards with the price, that shows lots of strength. And you can see we had a huge bump in the volume and it breaks right out. So I didn't play that breakout. I wanted not to trade until around an hour after the market opened. That was my main goal for today, to resist trading in the morning. No matter how good the setup was, I just want to trade the easy pattern in the late morning, you can call it. So we have the spike up to $7, and then it fades off, bounces off the 20 EMA, makes a lower high. So then at this point, I was saying, okay, now we need to hold above 593, that previous the previous high of day, which I believe the 593 area was also an area on the daily chart. I had that drawn out, and you can see we held above that quite nicely. We held $6 pretty well. Now, you don't want to buy into this dip because you don't know what's going to happen at all. I mean, it does have good risk reward technically because you can buy into this dip at like 610, use 593 as your stop, and then expect to retest high of day. But at this point, it's still way too much of a guessing game to know if it is going to build up support and break out. So that's why you wait until you have an uptrend. So we can see that we bounced up higher lows, and then we bounced up again, made higher lows. And here's where I bought into it. So essentially what I said in my chat room is that I want to wait until we have a bounce that is in between this the $6.70 mark and the $7 mark. So I wanted to get into a bounce once it was able to retest this general area. So anywhere in between here and here. What I was looking for was a bounce that hit a high in that area and then pulled back underneath, because then it shows that we still have higher lows, but that we are able to, really retest high of days. So we got this nice bounce from the 635 up to the 688, and we pulled back down to the 650. So that looked amazing to me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get into it right here. This is exactly what I wanted, and this is where I'm going to take my risk. So I bought into it, 653, used a limit order on the bid because I did not want to chase the ask. I know I usually use market orders, but I used a limit buy. Bought in at 653 with a stop at 632. So I used the previous dip as my risk. So I'm risking about 20 cents a share, but my potential for profit is at least $0.50 per share, and even more, because what I would do is I would take some profits into the breakout and then hold on for the rest of the move. So that's exactly what happened. We got the breakout of 653, but mainly because there was so much buying volume, so much level 2 action, I didn't take any profits at $7. I knew that this would go higher, mainly based on the super low float and the fact that ABIL has had some awesome runs in the past. I knew that this would squeeze. So I actually held and I sold all of my shares at 749 in this candle here. Or no, actually in this candle here at 10:52 a.m. And I made nearly $1 per share on 1,000 shares. So very awesome trade. And I was able to make profits of $952.10. So amazing day once again. On Monday, I made around $800. Yesterday, I made $616. And today, I made $952. So I am 3 for 3 this week. I am on a roll. And I'm happy to see that we're finally able to find a pattern and a strategy that is profitable in this current market. So the key thing is, guys, when you are not able to make your consistent profits, when the markets are being very slow and choppy and just not giving you any opportunity, you have to understand that you need to move your focus from account growth and have the mindset of capital preservation. And the way that you do that is by, one, you reduce your risk and reduce your size tremendously. When the markets are hot, I trade with 2,000, 3,000, even 5,000 shares because I'm really aggressive. I want that big explosive growth because we're getting those constant breakouts. When the markets are slow and there's not much going on, I reduce that risk drastically and I use around 500 to even 1,000 shares. So even though I only used 1,000 shares today on ABIL, I still made a very decent profit just by following the same strategy and the same patterns that we've seen for the past few days. Now let me just give a recap. On this pattern, you can see that this is essentially a big U shape. You could also call it a cup and handle. You could probably call it an ABCD, not really though. But essentially what we have here is that we have a big morning spike on a low float with no news, meaning that you can probably imagine that all the short sellers who are able to find shares are going to be loading up because they expect this to fall back to oblivion, right? So we get this nice curl, and then we get this lower high here. So there are probably some people who are short and some longs who either take profits or they start their short positions into this pop because they see this as a sign of weakness. But then it catches itself, it catches support, then it squeezes up on higher with buyers like me who know to buy into this dip and expect to squeeze higher. Same exact thing happened yesterday on IFMK. Bring up this chart real fast. Same exact thing. Patterns repeat over and over again, guys. That's why it's so important to study and so important to learn these chart patterns, and especially look back at history and see what works. History repeats itself in the stock market. It's a true thing. You can see here, same exact pattern on IFMK. Not exactly the same, but almost identical. You can see it made a nice U-shape here, and this one was actually a perfect cup and handle because you can see it had a nice flat top at 375. Does the U-shape, pulls back. I bought into this dip yesterday, and I sold into this spike. HMNY, almost the same exact thing. So HMNY on Monday did an amazing dead cat squeeze. This one was such an obvious pattern. Nice flat top wedge that holds all morning. And I bought the breakout of 10.6. I sold into the 14s. It went up to 18 cents. I could have made a lot more, but I had to lock in those profits. So essentially, guys, look at what works. Don't focus so much on trading in the morning. Don't focus so much on taking 5-10 trades a day. You don't need that. I only took one trade today, and it was my best trade in a while. Nice pattern, nice strategy, and very good risk reward. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this lesson. If you do, please leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified on future videos. I do run a daily trading chat room that I'm in there every single morning, and there's a few different packages you can get. You can get the silver, which is just the chat room and my exclusive video library, or you can get my platinum and you get access to the chat room, the video library, and my daily live streams where you can watch me trade every single morning at real time. No delay, no nothing, real time streaming. So if you guys want to check that out, I have the links down below. I also have a free ebook of how to day trade every morning. It gives you guys the top tips and tricks and best practices on how to day trade every single morning, how to use these scanners like Trade Ideas and Equity Feed in order to find the best stocks every single day. And if you want the entire package, you can get my lifetime mentorship program, which is lifetime access to my TradeBuddy Platinum live stream, my chat room, and my Penny Stock Mastery course. So all the links are down below. You can email me, tony@tonyivanov.com. I'm excited for you guys' profits and success in this market, and let's get that money. Alright guys, so thank you all so much once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.